Danny and I got a bunch of chickens this spring, laying hens. Well, we got some broilers too, but we got a bunch of laying hens. These are black Australorps because we like black Australorps. They're good chickens. They lay a lot of eggs and they lay big eggs. We got some other kinds too, but mainly black Australorps. But we got them. This is the chicken coop we built this spring with a lot of help from the guys from church. But one of the things we want to do is find an alternative source for protein for them, you know, because we don't like soy. Soy's no good for you, especially for guys. But so we decided to raise mealworms. So I'm gonna go inside and I'll show you our mealworm setup. So here we have our mealworm setup. It's kind of messy, but until I figure out what I'm doing for sure, this is what we have. So anyway, these are the adult. I don't know if you can see those very well. My camera's not very good. But those are called darkling beetles, and they are the adult of the mealworms, and they lay tons and tons of eggs, like tens of thousands of eggs. There's 1,000 of them in there. Well, less than that now because a bunch have died. 1,000 in there, and they will lay tens of thousands of eggs over their life, which, I mean, their egg laying life is only about 2 months. But in these two tubs, we have the mealworms, and I wish I had better light. But anyway, the eggs hatch, and the eggs are so small you can't see them, or I'd show them to you. But they're itty bitty, and then they hatch into itty bitty little worms, and the worms molt like 20 times by the time they get, I don't know if that's helping or hurting, by the time they get to be this big. But these guys are about ready to turn into pupa. This is the size we'll feed the chickens eventually. We're not feeding them just yet. I don't think that's helping much, is it? We're not feeding them just yet because I want to build a colony. I want to build several colonies, actually. But, oh, there's a pupa right there. I don't know if my camera will focus on it. But, yeah. That's a mealworm. That's what we'll feed the chickens right there. They're about 20% protein, 22, something like that. The live ones are. So, good source of protein and other things. But you got to separate the pupa from the mealworms because the mealworms will eat the pupa. So there's some other crap in there. Let's get you a good one here. There. It's kind of a good one. A little bit of good light. Yeah, they look like little aliens is what they look like. They're funny looking little things. And they don't do much. Once in a while they'll wiggle a little, especially if you pick them up. See if I can get one to see him. Oh, he quit. There he goes. Anyway, so they just lay there for about 10 days. They don't eat, they don't drink, they don't do anything but wiggle a little bit once in a while. And then they will turn into a beetle from that point. And see. I wish I could find a freshly hatched one because they start out white and then they get darker and darker and eventually they turn black. But anyway, yep. Aren't they funny looking little things? So, but yeah, that's our mealworm farm. Eventually I'm going to hatch 2,000 eggs in this bin, or 2,000 pupa. We'll get 2,000 pupa in here, and that'll be one colony. 2,000 beetles laying eggs, and then we'll have 2 tubs with each beetle bin, like this, where you have the bigger worms, and then the smaller worms are down here in this one. So we'll have 5 of those. That's my goal, is to have 5 of those. And it'll produce a lot of mealworms for the chickens. And then, let me see if I can get this off of here. Oops, sorry. So anyway, you gotta sift them out about once a week. What I do, sift them out. And this right here, gosh, my camera just sucks. But that's mealworm poop, basically. It's called frass. But it's really good fertilizer for the plants. So not only will we get chicken feed, we'll get plant food as well. So bonus, right? All right. Well, I love you all.